All right, one more time. Think it's gonna work. I hope it's gonna work. Son of a... Ta-da! Anyway, welcome. I'm Alex with Arctic Zone, and I'm going to share with you a few ideas on how to maximize your cooler's performance for your next outing. I mean, it seems pretty straightforward, right? You take your contents, pile them in, put as much ice on top as possible. I mean, you're not wrong, but here's just a few tips on how to get the most out of this beast. Most roto-molded cooler brands recommend that you pack your cooler 2/3 full of ice and 1/3 full of cold contents. In this cooler, that's roughly 42 pounds of ice, or around 6 standard-sized 7-pound bags of ice. For the absolute best results, pre-chill your cooler by fully loading it with ice the night before use. If the cooler starts out warm before you pack it, the ice will melt at a quicker rate as it will have to cool down the walls of the cooler. And the good thing is, you're still going to be able to reuse most of the ice that's in here the next day. So let's crack this thing open and start filling it up. Start by layering the bottom of your cooler with ice. This way you're evenly distributing cold throughout. A great tip for that first step is freezing water bottles. If you freeze a bunch of these water bottles the night before, they're going to last way longer than the cubed ice, and they're going to be handy later in the trip when you need some drinking water. Once the bottles are in place, add a few ice cubes just to level off the surface. Now let's start loading our food and drinks into this cooler. The colder the contents are at the time of packing, the longer they will retain that temperature. Also, the fuller your cooler is with cold food, beverages, and ice, the longer the contents are going to stay cold. Once you get a solid layer, fill in empty space around those items with more ice. Empty space will reduce the performance of any cooler. And keep in mind that this Titan cooler comes with a handy wire basket that will spare your softer items from the icy water below. Last but not least, opening your cooler frequently is going to allow cool air to escape. So try not to open your cooler as much to increase its performance. Keeping it in the shade is also going to help, but let's say you're at a beach or a park where shade isn't really an option. Try laying a blanket over top. What that's going to do, it's going to reflect some of those toasty rays coming in to heat up your contents. Ideally use a lighter colored blanket because it won't retain as much heat as a darker one. It's just science. Speaking of which, look at that, it worked. Yeah, just kidding. Anyway, until next time, enjoy your Titan roto-molded cooler and stay frosty.